around my house. I have a lot more, but those have been sold. These are just the ones that I didn't sell. And looking at them right now, it looks insane. And honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I have like a lot more drawings and stuff like that I didn't like pull out because guys, it's just way too much. Like, I'm just gonna probably pull this one out just to start. This is a painting I did in my oil painting class in college. It was a life drawing. A woman actually came in and we painted her. And this was my first time like actually painting people's faces. These two I made around the same time. I wish I put the years on there. You can, if you are curious, you can go on my Instagram and I posted them in chronological order. This is when I really started getting into oil painting. It's actually an album cover for I think Sweet Memories, and I did this when I was in love. And I like these two, but these are down on the list. Okay. The next one has to be this. So if you couldn't tell already, I'm going with the ones that I like the least from the best. This one would have to be next. I was inspired by The Great Gatsby book cover because I think I was reading it at the time. But okay, who can tell me what is like off about this painting? Let's take a quick look. Yeah, the lips, I don't know why I thought the lips were so far down, but I made the lips so far down. Like the lips are supposed to be right here and the teardrop's like supposed to be like closer to her eye. I think if I had to choose what's next, it would be this painting right here. I was inspired by my cactuses, my cacti. It's cute. Next one would probably have to be my Thurman painting. Okay, so I painted this when I was like so obsessed with Quentin Tarantino and what the hell is the movie called? Pulp Fiction. I've probably seen Pulp Fiction like at least 10 times. Like I know painting is supposed to be fun and expressive, but like major anxiety for each one of these paintings because I'm like, okay, like there's always a point in one of my paintings where I'm like, okay, am I gonna throw this painting away or is it gonna work out? This trio is next because I did this actually for my parents. But I don't think I'm done with these. I think I still have some work to do on them. So this one, I painted in my oil painting class. Again, this was like the final oil painting that we did. So next I would say these two. These two I made in my oil painting class in college as well. They were like studies of a still life that I got to pick. I picked like this like statue thing that my friend got me with like turtles and stuff, this one. And like we had to make it in our own style and a little bit abstract, and we had to use a specific color palette for this one, and then this one, it had to be just like a very abstracted version of it. You can tell I don't do portraits too often. I have a lot of portraits in my sketchbook that maybe one day I'll do another video showing. This is actually a recreation of a painting that I saw like online, and I really loved it, so I like recreated it for myself. This is actually a really old one too. This is like one of my first oil paintings, but this is when I started to get a little bit more comfortable with oil and like experimenting with like textures and colors and stuff. Next would be my other space guide. This one is also a recreation of a painting that I saw on the internet. And looking at this painting now, it's so funny to look at because like none of my lines are finished. It's nice to look back, and I kind of like the style of it being a little bit blocky and a little bit unfinished. I think it looks really cute like that. Next one would have to be this. This I actually painted for a friend, and she showed me a reference picture online of it. It's basically a cactus with like a Louis Vuitton logo on it. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like a texture from the what is it called? Where did I add up here? thick white paint. What is that thick white paint called? What is it called? Gesso. Gesso. So I gessoed the back like all, and I made it like really thick, and I like the texture behind it. Before my top 5, this comes in at 6th place. This is this is the self-portrait I did again in my oil painting class. I like this one because I never like painted a self-portrait. Like I never painted anything of me before, and it was really fun to like look at my face and try and get all my features, my little nose. Okay, now to my top 5. So I have this one hanging up in my room, and I love it because it's so long. Just look at the dust on this. Look at that dust. I need to dust this. My little octopus friend. I actually think he's a squid because he has 8 arms, and octopuses have 10 tentacles. I really love this piece because it was so fun to paint. And I love like sea creatures. This one's really fun, and I love having this in my room. It really adds like a big pop of color into my room. Next would be this one, but this bad boy. This one I painted fairly recently. This just came to me. I don't know why this came to me. I have this hanging in my room as well, and I really feel like this is like some sort of like protection for me. Every time I look at the eye, I feel like it's like one of my angels like watching over me in my room, which is kind of creepy, but I like it. But I love this one. It's so cute. Seeing all of my paintings like stacked up behind there, it makes me feel proud of myself. Okay. The next one is kind of like similar to this, with the theme of the eye, as you can tell. So this painting is actually inspired by this album cover. So this album cover is probably from like the 90s or even like the 80s. And I found this and I'm like, I love this. I love the look of it. When I was painting this, I don't know if I was in a bad place, but I was in a weird place, and I made this as like a protection for my heart in a way, or for me in a way. Just kind of weird, but I just love how it turned out, and I love seeing it in my room. It makes me feel strong. I love the idea of like the third eye and like the all-seeing eye of God, spooky. But a lot of the pieces with like, a lot of my pieces has eyes in them. Like I'm just looking at that. The necklace that I have on in this painting, it's an eyeball, if you can see. This one is my second favorite painting that I've ever done. The idea behind this, so this was supposed to be a commission. They told me they wanted like something along the lines of a human doing drugs or like DMT or acid or something, expanding their mindset and like leaving the realm of reality. So they told me to get creative with it. They told me to do what I wanted with it. So this is what I did with it. I painted the earth like breaking open. These vines are the spirits of the enlightened people basically going off into the universe, and this is the man that basically took the drugs, I guess. But in my mind, I wasn't really thinking drugs, I was just thinking enlightenment, and he's going off into infinity, which is up here, and that was my mindset behind it. My favorite painting that I've ever done. This is not my original idea. My sister actually asked me to paint this. She sent me a screenshot from a YouTube video that she watched, and she really loved this image in it of this man with, and look what we have here. We have another third eye opening up. Sorry guys, I'm emotional. I was in a really bad emotional place when I made this painting. I hadn't painted for close to, I want to say like 6 months to a year, and after I painted this, I tell everybody who asks me about this painting that this painting took me out of one of the worst depressions of my life. And after I painted this, I feel like something opened up inside of me. I started getting commissions. I started painting more for family and friends. This really just opened opened me back up to my art and painting and what makes me really happy. And yeah, so this hangs in my sister's room, and every time I look at it, it makes me so happy because I know where I was emotionally when I started this, and then after I finished it, I know how I felt too. So yeah, all of these paintings are so special to me because they all have meaning. It's kind of like a time capsule for me, all these paintings. Say hi, my puppy. These are all my paintings, guys. If you're interested in buying any of these pieces, go ahead and go to my Instagram. Go ahead and DM me on my Instagram. And you can buy one of these paintings if you're interested in any of them. But thanks for watching, guys.